This is Fuji's fossil. It's the dinosaur in my collection of Fuji lenses. This is also the third lens that I'm putting under the microscope to figure out which lenses I will keep and which ones that I will get rid of. So let's dive straight in with some facts. This is Fuji's premium mid-range zoom lens. It's 16-55 f2.8 all the way, so it's quite fast. It's from 2015, making it really old, but it's still very high optical quality. It doesn't have optical image stabilization. That's something new lenses will for sure have. So when this is upgraded, I guess that will be one of the major upgrades for this lens. It will set you back $1,200 brand new. But again, since it's old, you will probably be able to score a very good deal on the second-hand market, like I did. More on that later. Now let's talk about the pros and the cons. And it is a very versatile focal range at 16-55. That's 24-70 on a full-frame system. 2.8 is also quite fast, so it performs better in low light situations and you can get those blurry backgrounds, which looks very nice. It has very good optical and technical performance, as you would expect from any top tier lens on the Fuji X system. It's very nicely built and you can definitely feel that this is a quality piece of glass right there. Another pro I think is worth mentioning is that you will be able to find this at a much more reasonable price than brand new on the second-hand market. On the con side, this is a very big and bulky lens at 655 grams. So if you're out doing street photography all day, every day, this is very noticeable. It's also big and bulky, and I don't like to go out and use big and bulky lenses for something where I need to be a bit more stealthy. So something to think about. It's also a fossil, like I've said many times, from 2015, meaning that this is due for an upgrade. So I think it's the rumors has it that this will get a good upgrade from Fuji quite soon. I can also see that sometimes there is a bit of zoom creeping going on, and we don't like that. I expect more from a top tier mid-range zoom for like any camera brand, but I guess yeah, there's a little bit of zoom creep, something worth mentioning. Now, let's talk my perspective, why I got it, why I might sell it, why I might keep it, because there is a lot of reasons I got this glass right here. I think it was the first Fuji lens when I switched back over to Fuji. I got it on the second-hand market at 50% off, so that's a really good deal right there, and I expect to get the same back when or if I sell it. But I've used it for so many things. Street photography, I've used it for creating stock video for my stock video portfolio. That's something I have as a passive source of income. I've made so many time lapses with it, which is really fun to do. And the versatility of the focal range plus its f2.8 makes it a very solid and good lens for so many reasons. You can film, you can take photos. It's a all-in-one package for working professionals out there. That makes it a very solid all-rounder. And it's been a great lens for my use and abuse. However, things have changed in the way I use my gear. I don't do as much time lapses anymore, and I don't film that much stock footage because I would rather focus on my photography. And I very rarely use this for filming or photography anymore. So it's mostly sitting in my bag or on the shelf gathering dust. And it's no use for anyone gathering dust on a shelf. I think we can all agree on that. But it is the best of the best currently. And it's great to have the best of the best. The optical and technical quality is just superb. But as it stands, my current and future needs, I don't see the use for this lens. And there are so many very good third-party lenses out there that we shall cover in a bit. And that's also a very good argument, especially since these third-party lenses are much newer than this one. So technology has obviously advanced. Besides, the bulkiness right here, I don't like to bring this with me, or I never bring this with me when I do street photography, since I use mostly primes. That's where I thrive when I do my street photography, with a small prime. So that's a little reflection on my past, current and future needs about this lens right here. It's also why I'm not so sure I will keep it. We shall just see now that we have come back, and I will give it a proper go if I see the need. Probably don't see the need, so there you go. But who is this lens for? If you want the best optical and technical quality on the Fuji X system, this is the lens to get now before the new one comes out. And when the new one comes out, this will be even cheaper. And the important thing to think about when it comes to optical quality is that glass or lenses, they will keep their value much longer than a brand new camera. So it's a very good option for you if you want a mid-range zoom. This is for the working professional. It's for street photographers that want to have the versatility with a mid-range zoom. It's for time-lapse photographers, portrait, wedding. It's for basically everyone. I guess we can say that this is an all-in-one package. Besides, it's very cool to own your very own dinosaur. Now let's talk about great alternatives to this lens. And I would say that the Sigma 18-50 f2.8, it's not the same versatility when it comes to focal range, but it is a very small and, in my opinion, better setup. You can see what I did with that one in this video where I took it to London when me and my girlfriend went there for a long weekend. I think it was 1.5 years ago. I had such a good time with that lens. It's a very good option and it suits me or my needs much better now. And it's also much cheaper. Then there is the new 16-50 from Fujifilm. It's f2.8 to 4.8. It came out earlier this year. It's also quite expensive, but it's much smaller, and I would absolutely love to try that lens sometime in the future if I can get my hands on it just to try. Maybe I should ask the local photo store. We shall see. Another one is a Tamron 17-70, I think, f2.8. It's slightly lighter, has longer focal range, and has image stabilization. I haven't tried that one either, but it's important to have that in mind. You have great other options out there. In the next video, I'll review my favorite focal range on a prime lens. It's the 23mm f1.4. If you want to check that out, you can hit subscribe and the real subscribe, which is the bell icon to stay up to date and get a notification when that one is out. Until then, bye-bye.